What's up, everybody? The factory must grow. Indeed, it must. Hey, Computer Coma, thanks for the follow. All right, so let me get arranged. There we go. Just set off your first train. Nice, nice. So, in this stream, our goal is... Okay, so there's a bunch of coal. We've got infinite calcite down there. 16 million will probably last us the rest of the game. There's another small tungsten patch. There's more infinite calcite. Where's all the tungsten? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely absurd. We've only found 2 bits of tungsten. 150,000 and a tiny 550,000, but that one's tiny. We're gonna need speed modules and speed beacons with the big drills to get anything out of that. Wow. I do not feel like we've gotten very lucky with our tungsten spawn. Plenty of everything else, though. Plenty of sulfuric acid right here. I mean, look at that. 32,000. So some of these are like... what? Yeah, yield is 2309%. That's absurd. So I have plenty of sulfuric. I've got plenty of the other stuff. So it really is just the tungsten. So the good news is we can build trains here if we need to. And I have the elevated rails ready to go, so... we should be fine. So before we actually start recording, I kind of want to set some goals because I felt a little aimless in the last episode in stream. Like, obviously we wanted to move towards Vulcanus stuff, but I'm like, what are we actually doing? So my first goal, let's make our to-do list here. So goal 1 is going to be 2 per sec of orange science. So that's a goal. Another goal is produce uncommon plus foundries for Nauvis. And then another potential goal. Is there anything else we can only make here? Oh, and big drills. Big drills. Hey, Jet Epic, how's it going? Would you rather have Jet Epic or Epic Man? Or Man 101? Take your pick. Because I'm not writing all those letters. Let's see, so... why do I guess we need... weird, it wasn't... I guess it doesn't consider your trash slots to not have enough storage space for them. So Jet Epic, you're gonna be the first one on Vulcanus here. Congratulations. I guess we need to request some refined concrete. Just in general, I need to request some stuff. Logistics request groups are very cool. I haven't made good use of them yet, as you can see by our general requests here. But they are very cool. And I think we have refined concrete selected, so why am I not getting any? Oh, I just wasn't in my Roboport area. Alright, so we can put you right up here. How did we make the J again? It was a lowercase, I think. Yeah, it was like that. That's how it was. Wait, no, but that's too tall. Yeah, I think that's what it was. E-I-C. Perfect. What's up, Strudel? You're on video 5 on YouTube. Stream 5 or episode 5 of the shorter ones? Because if you're on just normal episode 5, you're about 40 hours of gameplay behind. I mean, maybe not quite that much, but yeah, we're at like 45 hours now. So you're pretty far behind. Spoilers ahead, I will say. What else do we need to do? Produce big drills. We like big drills. We cannot lie. I should also set up... let's see. Let's send the Hendrik... Well, have we sent all this stuff down to the planet? We get everything down to the planet that we might need. And then we'll send it back. Because what I want to do is build a second platform. So we're going to get that going. So we need space platform starter pack. Small blueprint. I love that they call it a starter pack. Okay, so that should be good. It stacks to 1, so that's perfect. So we should be able to start a new space platform, and I basically want to copy the Hendrickson's design. It's pretty effective. I will modify it slightly to make this part a little better, but we're gonna do a very similar design. Which does mean I'm gonna need uncommon turrets. And more uncommon panels. Do this. So I want more, at least uncommon solar panels. So that means we need a recycler set up here with an active provider saying as long as we don't have enough. God, that's so annoying. Basically, it's a bug where when it's a ghost and you're trying to select the filter while it's a ghost, once the bot places it, then it immediately cancels this. It's actually super obnoxious. But yeah, we'll basically go until we have 50 uncommons. And then we need to filter only the regulars to recycle. And then this can stop. Yeah, we'll just let it go till it's full. Well, no, it shouldn't need to, because we're only going to 50 uncommons. So we'll recycle the regulars. Okay. So that's good. And then I want to do the same sort of thing with gun turrets. Which are somewhere here. Okay. And let's see here. Make some room. Place one of these. Recycle if active provider. And then use stop if. No, that's not the right button. You do this. Ah! Back button. Okay. Enable if gun turret uncommon is less than 30. And you're enabled if uncommon gun turret, not It's not called uncommon. And the filter is turret of the common variety. Okay. So that will recycle our normals as well. You think you have overflowed your space hub and it sent the overflow back to Nauvis, but you can't find it anywhere. Stuff that goes back to Nauvis, if you don't have the, what's this called? Cargo landing pad, it will go to your starting location, I think, like your spawn point. Basically, it's kind of weird. And one time it gave me a notification, another time it didn't, so that I don't totally understand why and when it gives you notifications for stuff landing on the planet. It's kind of weird. But we have another starter pack. But these are gonna be working on feeding for a while my rockets. I also want to establish some buffers here. So, output left. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Wow. I need to report that as a bug ASAP. I'm guessing other people probably already have, but man, that is like... Oh, it's like angering. Kind of annoying. Like, it makes me mad when it happens. That's really bad. Alright, so do that, do that. This. Okay, so that'll build up a nice little buffer. Same thing here. Oops. It's funny, I wanted, in this case, I wanted to super force build without forcing undergrounds across it. Your landing bay is empty. Anything that the space platform sends down to the planet is automatically sent to the landing bay. But yes, the landing bay is a provider chest, so your bots may have come and stolen something from it. Yeah, that's probably the most likely thing that happened. Okay, so these are our goals. Produce big drills, and then another goal is finish SS. SS who? Who's going to be next? Oh, I need to update this list. I need to update my randomizer names. Because I'm missing a few people. At least for now. This is what we got. SS Derp. That'll be the one that goes to and from this planet. Okay, so that'll be our goal in this episode. Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to our Factorio Space Age playthrough. We are on Vulcanus now. We got going with some of this beautiful molten iron stuff, which has been so easy to just make all of the steel and iron, and we need to do copper next and whatnot, but yeah, makes things pretty easy. We're gonna need more of everything though, and we're kind of starting from the ground up, and unlike Fulgora, where we get the scrap providing us with a lot of the resources we need kind of already done, we're gonna have to make it all the normal way here. We do have a little bit of a to-do list, so we're working towards 2 orange science per second is my goal, and then we want to produce uncommon foundries and higher. I just figure we might as well start with that. and then big drills. And then the SS Derpamu, that's Patreon supporter randomized list. If you want to get your name on the random list, you can do that. We're going to be naming spaceships after Patreon supporters. Anyway, we want to get another ship going, because basically this one is going to be the one that goes to and from Fulgora, and I want to set up a different one to go to and from Vulcanus. Now, I technically could just use the same one, but I think having another space platform will be nice. So, on Nauvis, I did go ahead and automate the starter pack. What's it called? Space Platform Starter Pack, I think is the full name. So we've got that done over here. Apparently, I put it right next to the cargo landing pad. That's funny. I did not even see what this was when I put that there. And we also kind of automated recycling of gun turrets if we don't have enough uncommons. So this is kind of going to continually roll over and over and over again to get uncommon turrets for the new platform. And let's see. It looks like we need more iron on that belt. Where's my second iron belt? Right here. So I kind of need, well, I guess it looks like I'm using all my iron right now, but ideally we need the ability for this iron to be more than just a red belt. But that's not easy to do. We'll take this, we'll wrap it back around. We'll make a gap here. And then we'll bring this up. Merge. And that should get us up to a blue belt of iron now. From what was just 2 red belts. And that'll send slightly more down that way. Okay. And then... So yeah, orange science is the goal. Which means we're going to need to get going with a bunch of basics. We're going to need a bot mall here. And we could make a belt mall, but that just sounds terrible when we have logistics bots. So, so we're going to get logistics bots going. We've already got iron and steel. And so next we want to automate copper production, which I will just do similarly to what we did with... Wait, no, that's the wrong recipe. We want the copper from lava. This one. And then the lava will come down. And then I think we have more foundries. I need to put these in my logistics request. Apparently I already have them? What? Oh, I accidentally clicked over my stone trashing. That's weird. Stack size is 20. I had the icon and I clicked on my stone trashing icon and that actually overwrote the numbers. I didn't know it did that. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, yeah, bring me foundries. I thought we had a few extras, did we not? Maybe not. What's up, Mono Pom Pom? We'll get your name in game here in a minute. How's your day going? Alright, well, that's a lot of excess here. We'll do a third of that. How about? Yeah, Dave, you can drag these. Now, unfortunately, you can't drag to a different group. That is the sad part. But you can at least reorder them within the same menu. Okay, so green chips. Green chips is what we need. And so what we're going to do is we're going to grab our EMP basic mall. Where do I want my bot mall? I think for now we're going to have it close-ish to the cargo pad. We can always move some stuff later, but yeah, we're gonna need green circuits here. And We're just gonna let that mostly fill up. Doesn't need a fluid. And then we're gonna cast the cables with a foundry as well. So I'm gonna need to feed just a few more circuits into here to get a few more foundries. And we should be able to cast the copper cables with copper, molten copper. Why am I not... What's going on with the carbide? Oh, right, I'm not mining tungsten ore yet. That's the problem. Right. We need a big drill, which can only be made in a foundry. Surprisingly does not need lubricant. I guess it requires electric engine units, so that's kind of already representing the lubricant. And then... Please tell me I brought pumps. I think I did, but I forgot to send him down. That means I need to make an engine unit. So many little things you forget about. So let's make an engine unit. That much I can handle. You're thrilled to hop into Space Age after a long workday? Well, congratulations on your workday being over, and you can enjoy some Space Age for yourself. Oop, seems we're out of power. But yeah, I need a few pumps. I do find it kind of odd that you don't need any sort of high temperature pipe for the molten stuff. Or even just like insulated pipe or something like that. I think Vulcanus feels too easy, to put it another way. Granted, maybe Fulgora, I don't know. But Gleba seems like it's going to be fairly difficult. But Vulcanus is like, oh my gosh, you just get infinite resources in like 2 seconds. I mean, it's nuts. It's nuts. But at the same time, they're all like Fulgora is very powerful too, but it felt like on Fulgora you had to work a little bit harder for it. Here it kind of feels like it's just handed to you on a silver platter. The reason I'm pumping into this is so that we're kind of prioritizing, in a way, the production of drills, the molten iron we need for drills. So now I need electric engine units, which also need lube. So I'll put them here. And there we go. Of course, we need circuits and engines for that. And you cannot make engines in a foundry. Worth noting. There's no cast engines here. How many do I need per drill? You need 10 for one drill. So we're gonna have to make a fairly large electric engine factory, which I'm probably gonna want to use modules for, which means we're gonna need to make a big module factory, which probably means we're gonna need more, whatchamacallits. I don't know why I can't think of the name. The electromagnetic plants. Now, what's going on Nauvis? It does seem like we just need faster rocket launches. It's just, it takes a while to fulfill all the requests. This will probably be the one I end up sending to Gleba first, since it's kind of got all the basics already requested. I might add some more pipes to it, because Gleba's going to have a lot of pipes. I might add... What were we lacking? Yeah, see there, the pumps. We did have pumps. I just forgot to send them down to the planet. I feel like we forgot something, but I don't remember what it was. Probably should go to 20 roboports. More solar? We can request a full rocket, that's fine. If we end up with too much stuff, we can add a few more cargo bays. Turn that one off, actually. Those are requests I don't need to make anymore. I wish you could send half down. Is there a way to do that? Shift right click? Control right click? No. You can't just send half. That feels really wrong. Because you can't pick this up and drop like one at a time in there. So you actually, if you want to send half of your buildings down, you can build half of them. But then, I don't know, that's weird. That's weird. Alright, let's get these big drills. Do we have enough? Guess we gotta output this. You might be able to right click single items into the trash. You can't pick up the stack though. Like I'm left clicking and it doesn't do anything. So you left and right click literally do nothing clicking on these. The only thing you can do is pipette, but then that doesn't actually grab them. So that's a little weird. Yeah, we also need more solar here. I guess I could always craft... once we get copper plates going, which we should have right here. 5 makes 2. Is that cheaper? Casting copper cable. How much molten do you actually get from copper ore, by the way? So copper ore... So each ore gives you 10 molten. Okay. So basically 10 molten would be a plate. So it's the same ratio for plates. But then normally 1 plate makes 2 wire. So 4 wire would be 20 molten copper. But instead... 4 wire is only 10 molten copper. So copper cable becomes almost free at this point because it's half its normal price. On top of getting extra productivity. So we're just going to be swimming in copper cable is the bottom line to that. Alright, and then we need to bring down the calcite. With foundries, everything is free, seems like. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna be pretty easy to make all the plates we'd ever want. Obviously, taking this technology back to Nauvis, things are no longer free. Resource-wise. But, like, the extra productivity is still a huge deal. I'm still not sure if I like this. I like having the tooltips here. I actually think I want them to be automatic on the side, but then if I were to click the button, they would pop up at the mouse for the really big ones. Because the problem is some of them on the side are just too big. But I think I'm just so used to being able to mouse over something and see the details without having to click a button. I keep holding my mouse over things, and I'm like, where's information? And then I remember to click. It certainly hasn't gotten default for me yet. Hasn't become default. This is my stone output. Does that reach? It does. Okay, so we'll get rid of the stone. There's molten copper into copper plates, and molten copper into copper cable. What's interesting now is copper cable's harder to make on site. That's interesting. Because I also just realized we have to ship calcite from Vulcanus to use molten stuff on Nauvis. I didn't realize that before. But yeah, so this is super interesting now because we are going to have, rather than making cable out of plates wherever we normally make it, instead we can make cable twice as productively, and I'm not counting the 50% prod that these already have, because I'm just ignoring that, but like, even more than twice as productively, we get copper cable if we make it out of molten. But the problem is then you have to make the copper cable the same place you're making copper plates, which means we're gonna have to ship cable around. And in that sense, it kind of feels like item stacking is therefore gonna really save our bacon. Because being able to stack copper cable on like a turbo belt, we can actually have a good throughput. Oh, interesting, Alor. You found a situation where you couldn't even bring up the tooltip. I wonder, now I have shift, I'm not using shift. I have mouse button 5 bound to this as well, because I thought shift was going to be annoying. I wanted to have it as a mouse button, so then I didn't have to use the keyboard plus the mouse to see a tooltip. So that's certainly helping a little bit for me. But that only works if you have a 5-button mouse and you're not doing something else with it. But there we go. There's our green chips finished. So now I've got those. Then we need to automate red chips, which is green chips, wire, and plastic. Plastic is gonna be tricky. We're gonna need to use this heavy oil, crack it twice. Joshua, you made a rare tank from rare parts. Congratulations on your rare tank. But yeah, it is a drag to make rare parts. You know, I think people underestimate how difficult it is to use the, like, making the parts rare is in effect just as expensive as rolling the thing that many times. You just end up being able to use the ones that don't end up rare for something else. Whereas if you roll a tank hundreds of times, you end up with a lot of extra tanks. Which is what I may or may not have done, as you all remember. Okay, so I need a blueprint for this, because I've done this enough times now that you'd think I would have blueprinted it, but we haven't. Oh, I need pipes. What's up, Arenel? How's it going? Have we made our first big drill yet? There we go. And we really need pipes. Do I have one more of these? We do. So I should be able to do both types of pipes. Is there any point to that, though? It's a total of 15 iron for pipe to ground. Here, it's a total of 15 iron. So, not really. I mean, yes, it's more productive, but, like, how many pipes do you even need in life? At least for automating engines, I really don't think we need to worry about it. We'll do iron plate, 200. It's now denser to put liquid iron copper on trains. Oh, interesting. Yeah, fluid bus. Yeah, it is a lot of steel you need for a tank, Joshua, for sure. Is the YouTube chat working, by the way? Or are we not? I haven't checked yet. It seems like it's working. I haven't actually looked at the screen. Let me see if that's functioning. Okay, so then we want pipe. It is working. Okay, good. Underground pipe. And then we'll just do like 4 of those. Alright, that should do it. Maybe we'll speed that up a little bit. Okay. And then I need gears. I kind of wish if there was only one parameter, it would auto-select it when you place down, like when you place the parameterized build, it's kind of annoying you have to click on that first. I do understand why, because you can also just place a parameterized blueprint with nothing selected. But most of the time you're going to want to be selecting, so it's kind of interesting. And now we should be able to automate solar panels. So let's get that going. ASAP, because we need more power. I could just do steam turbines instead. I feel like they're both pretty effective. Okay, I can't handle not having tooltips. Unfortunately, you don't get more, you can't do a mixture. Yeah, I wish I could like pull it to the mouse sometimes, because I think it's just too big. You know, I could always move, I don't know why I haven't thought of this. I could always move myself over a little bit. I guess it feels a bit more intrusive maybe, but I can be slightly to the side so that I'm usually not in the way of tooltips. Hey Maria, welcome, welcome to the live version of Krydax. But yeah, these are making 6 megawatts a piece. We already determined it's pretty free to do all this. And I don't have to worry about the sulfuric acid running out, because this patch over here is freaking 32,000% combined yield. So that's nuts. And there's more tungsten. So we're definitely going to take this territory from Mr. Worm over here at some point. Now, we haven't found any other tungsten. Let me do a search for it. What is this? Oh, there's one tile of ore right there? Cool. Okay, good. There's a big patch up here as well. It's well, I say big. I mean, the number's big, but the actual size is small, so we're gonna need some high quality big drills to go fast on that. Have we killed a worm yet? Yes, we did. In the last episode, we took down a small worm. I almost called it biggest wormus, but it's more like smallest wormus we were able to murder. I think we found what might be one of the best strategies to kill a worm, to be honest. Like, it was almost too easy. It felt very anticlimactic. But the trick is this thing right here. Look at the physical damage on that. And you can see that even something like a worm with tens of thousands of health is going to go down pretty fast. Now, granted, we do have 8 of the projectile damage upgrades, so I did 2 of the infinites, so that helps a lot with cannon shell damage, but still. Okay, so here's this guy. Let's get big power poles attached. To the base. You know what I need is more exoskeletons, now that we have all this space. Oh, we're doing it. We have a big drill. Look at all this space! It's so cool. So, it's like, now we can easily beacon... I'm just trying to think about how we're going to want to do this. So you can use stacking, like this. And then we can fit beacons in the middle without even doing anything difficult. We can fit beacons like this. Obviously, we can put beacons behind them and then do that. And we still have full coverage. So this is all very nice. Also, can we look over at the side here? Other side. Sorry, I'm mirrored. So I have to point to my left for you guys to see me pointing at the right side of the screen. Anyway, do you see resource drain over here? Resource drain of 50% and a productivity of 40% means that I'm making 1.4 ore for every 0.5 ore that is actually being consumed from the patch. So I'm already, and that's without any more, that's without having uncommon drills or anything. I'm already at like triple. So even though this says 153,000 tungsten, I'm gonna end up producing almost 450,000 tungsten out of this. And the mining speed is 2.5, which is that 5 times faster than a normal drill? I don't have a normal drill. Mining speed 0.5 a second. Yeah, so 5 times faster. Half of the drain. Did I just hear a worm? I did. There is a worm friend over there. Alright, we've got some attacks on the Nauvis here. Let's get a few more turrets there. Yeah. I think pollution is actually shrinking right now. But there's still a bit going on because now I'm buffering a whole chest worth of these things. No? It's still filling the SS Hendrickson. Jeez. I really need more than 2 cargo rocket, or rocket silos, I think. You can't underground through lava? Got it. Yep, that is accurate. That's annoying. We need the rail planner, but for belts. It's funny. Oh, I hope I don't run out of blue belts. No, I think we're okay. I think we brought enough. So we want to go all the way up. To over here. And I'll just run long inserters there. Okay, there we go. So now we've fully automated tungsten carbide. Why is it so slow? Tungsten has a mining time of 5x. So, I did say that these drills are 5 times faster, but these tungsten ores mine 5 times slower, so it kind of operates like a normal drill, in fact. This would be a good time for a solar field or 2. Let's get that done. Give our robots access here. Duelek, we'll get your name in game soon. Diagonal and elevated belts. Oh my god, imagine diagonal belts. Just imagine it. I can't imagine it. It's horrific to imagine. Oh my gosh. Wow. Alright, do we have enough bots? I don't have any construction bots, I just realized, in the network. So that's potentially problematic. I guess we need to give up 50 of our own brood. Okay. Alright, so we should be getting automated electric engines now. Albeit a bit slowly. But maybe we speed things up a bit with some modules here. And then that extra power should help a bit. See if we have enough accumulators. Oh, the foundries take way more power than I thought. 2.6 megawatts. They're beastly. Okay. So let me craft more steam turbines. And what did I say? One of these can run 30 steam turbines? That doesn't feel right, but it is. It's absurd. You learned recently that fish can spoil. Yeah, you can get spoilage on Nauvis. It is possible. Which I think is really cool. Alright, we should probably get the rest of this sulfuric hooked up before we get too far into this process of building other things on top of everything. This, for example. Go there. That one connects. That connects there. It is nice to not have to worry about pathing. I can just build the pipes however I want, because squeak through is no longer needed because of the mech armor. Okay, so that's good. Oh, there's one more up here. Oh, I'm out of substations. Okay. So I need red chips then, eh? And we're not going to have any plastic. I was just starting to think about that over here, and I had said, I need to blueprint this, and then you see what happened was I didn't, because I didn't have the underground pipes, and then we got on a rabbit hole for underground pipes. And here we are. Okay. So this should probably be a blueprint, because I'm going to make this a large number of times throughout my history of things. So there's heavy oil. This is going to be light oil to petroleum. There we go. Water hooked up to each other. Loyal can just be hooked up like this. And then oil, as in heavy oil, loyal as in light oil, in case that was confusing. Oil is over here. Water. And no, I have no idea if my current water production is enough to handle this, so time will tell. But at least we have the resources to craft stuff. Diagonal belts would allow for artistic spaghetti. That is true. I feel like if you had actual diagonal belts, they would need to somehow take up part of a tile. Like, because obviously it would be, you know, something like that. You would do 45 degrees. Those would be your only options. And it would need to take up this tile such that you couldn't build entities on them. But it would need to take up that tile such that you could have another diagonal belt here, and the two diagonal belts would be able to be next to each other. But this tile wouldn't be able to have anything on it other than like another part of a diagonal belt. I feel like that could work. Kind of like the way concrete actually looks would be how they work. So like you wouldn't be able to build anything there, but you could build another diagonal belt here, and they would share that spot. That's my brief on how diagonal belts would work. I'm sure there's about 500 more problems you need to solve for them to actually work right. But this should get us petroleum gas. And we can do beaconing and modules and stuff later. I'm just trying to get it done. Because I would like to make plastic. And that'll be next to our coal. So let's make plastic up here. I'm also out of chemical plants now. There's all sorts of problems. We go all the way up there. I don't know why I've made everything so far away. Could have built it however I wanted. Why did I build the plastic? Well, I guess I wanted to build it close to the coal. But why did I build my oil processing so far away from the coal then, is the next question. And the answer is, I don't know. I'm just going by feel. And that doesn't always provide the best results. Alright. But, on the plus side, bada bing, bada boom. Plastic. And now that's done, now we should be able to make red circuits. Woohoo! In other news, you tried to make a sushi pipe cracking setup. Ooh, fun. Fun, fun, fun. Joshua, did you get a rare modular armor? Or are you just talking about the tank equipment grid? Because the rare tanks got a huge equipment grid. It is so nice. It is very nice. I do not want to request 50 copper. I meant to just trash more than 50. Yeah, the tank is a much stronger vehicle overall since the changes. I like it a lot, actually. Okay, it seems like power is fine now that I added these extras, and this thing is fine. Can I add prod into this? No, okay. I was curious if I could. That would be even more nutty. But the cryogenic plant can use it. Oh, but the cryogenic plant doesn't come with inherent prod. It just has a lot of slots for the things that work with prod. Can't you use filtered pumps, Aelor, to make that work? Or do pumps still connect? Does a pump still consider the thing on the front of it to be the same network, even if it's turned off? Okay, we certainly need more big drills. What's the current holdup? We don't have a requester chest for them. That could slow things down. Oh, and I need regular drills to be somewhere around here too. I'm pretty close to wanting to do a make anything machine. Like, more specifically a make what's needed by the requests in the network machine. I'm not quite ready to make it. It could take me a while because I kind of have no idea what I'm doing with it. So yeah. Okay, we're making solar panels. Excuse me. Okay, more gears. Oh, I need to be casting gears. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I can cast all the gears we want right here. And make like about 10 billion of them. So let's do that. Perfect. And we can stop making gears like a caveman in an assembling machine. And believe it or not, we are not getting fast enough iron plates. So let's speed that up a good bit. You can always add a second one. Yes, you can cast pipes in the well. Yeah, Joshua, I wonder how much me having to roll 230 tanks to get my rare tank slowed down my progress to space. Certainly didn't help things. Okay, we need a requester chest for this guy too. I know I can cast sticks, but I'm just trying to get things running. This is the bootstrap Vulcanus setup. This is not the final. This is the bootstrap. How much are we talking here? 21.7 a second heavy oil. That's not a lot. I'm used to Fulgora where I can place a what are they called? Offshore pump and have 1200. Though now I basically get copper and iron from offshore pumps, almost. So, I guess you trade one thing for another. So there's another thought about Gleba. I'm always coming back to Gleba. About why people might not like Gleba, or why Gleba doesn't sound as nice. I think some of it's because you can't just print resources there. There's nothing that just prints itself for free. You know, on Fulgora, all you have to do is set up scrap into recyclers and an offshore pump, and now you have infinite heavy oil, steel, low density structures, solid fuel, blue chips, red chips, you know, a few other things I can't remember, ice for water. Like, you've got all that stuff, and you've only done 2 things. And then here, you get an offshore pump with lava, and then you just grab a few of the basic ores lying around, the calcite. And now you've got infinite stone, iron, copper already set up in these buildings that make plates and stuff super fast. And Gleba has what? Like, yeah, now, after the changes, you can get iron and copper from processing the bacteria, but there's not, like... I don't know, it's just a very different feel, I think. I'm excited for it, I actually am, but it is a little bit less enticing, I think, partially because there's no, like, resource printing going on. And I think that actually makes a big difference. Now, I'm going to hedge a hedger, that this is actually enough solar for the ratio that this planet needs. I actually bet that it is. So I'm just gonna paste this like so. And we're just gonna let the bots sort it out. Now, I'm not making batteries, but that's pretty easy to throw in here. Oh, chemical plants. We need to automate chemical plants. Bot mall. Chemical plant. I'll do accumulators there. Chemical plants here. We'll do refineries. What else do we need, y'all? I haven't done assemblers yet, which also means we're gonna need speed modules. I need to just hit E more often. E. There we go. Speed modules can be in the EMP version. Speed ones. Anything else we need? Oh, substations. Substation. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. I hit E too soon. Alright, substation. Okay. Do we want more than one stack of some things? Yes to accumulators. Maybe yes to speed ones. Call it a day. I'm lacking stone brick in the network. You want to see suffering. We'll see if Gleba is as suffering as we expect. The good news is I'm going last, so firepower wise, I think we're gonna be okay. Like, I don't think I'm gonna have too much of a problem with the fighting the natives aspect, assuming we actually prepare properly. 20. Roboport. Cool. Now what is... I don't know what it is about the way I hold my mouse, but sometimes I right click on accident, and that can be really bad in Factorio. Thankfully undo exists, so we're okay. But what was I about to say? Oh yeah, just like, what is using all my iron plates right now? I actually don't know. Because we're making... Oh, I don't have enough molten? I don't have enough molten because I can't ditch the stone fast enough. This is making 6.7 stone per second. Ooh, doggies. Alright, let's do that. Okay, that should get me there. Yeah, I do agree that solving a difficult challenge can be more interesting, and it is kind of annoying. Back to what you said a little bit ago, Dave. I don't know if you're still hanging out, but you were talking about how, because rockets kind of can't carry that many buildings, it kind of does incentivize you to make like a bot mall or something on every planet rather than bring buildings from Nauvis. I do think that's kind of interesting too. If I had built Nauvis up bigger, you know, and I had like 8 rocket silos, it maybe wouldn't be that hard to just bring stuff from Nauvis and just have the ship on a constant loop coming back and forth, so that it's like, oh, I used up all my belts. I only have to wait maybe 10 or 15 minutes for the next shipment of belts to show up. But that requires you to have a pretty solid Nauvis base to be able to like produce that much to send back and forth to all your planets. I guess we need roboports. Automated here. Yeah, you do need to make some stuff for the buildings on that planet, of course. But I more mean for like assembler 3s. Like, I could just have the space platform shipping more assembler 3s every time it comes, and I could just have it on an automated loop coming back and forth. So, that's totally possible. Ooh, what if the bot mall was in space and you had a traveling merchant ship? That wouldn't really work because there's no bots in space, sadly. So moving the ingredients around in space would be a giant pain in the butt. Cool idea, though. What's the issue right now? Green circuits, probably? So I do think what's costing most of my iron is green circuits. So I'll make those a little more productive, and we'll do 2 of them. And then we'll get more iron automated here. I really want to rush cliff explosives. That's why I didn't care too much about what I was doing here. And yeah, I know I have kind of made a mess out of this, haven't I? You cannot send things from a platform to a platform. There's only platform to planet and planet to platform. Sushi belts. Yeah, Josh, you could totally do sushi belts on a space platform. It would certainly work. Okay. I'm feeling good about this. This is a good beginning. Good beginnings for our Vulcanus base. I think we're kind of self-sufficient now. We do need more tungsten mining, but the drills are waiting on engines, which are waiting on green circuits. No, they're not being provided. There we go. Let's speed that up a little bit. And I don't have enough power? No, I do not. Now there's something interesting. The accumulators didn't have enough actual discharge output rate. So I'm wondering if you actually need more accumulators than you would need for the storage just because of the input and output rate. I'm not sure. It depends on the numbers, and the math is kind of hard to do because I don't know the exact day-night ratio and such. But that is an interesting... Oh, we need substations badly. I'm gonna prioritize this guy. And I will also put these roboports into the network. Okay, hold on. It was satisfying all of my personal requests first, so let's let the bots do what they need to do for a minute here. That should help. Even, I guess I wasn't requesting speed ones, but yeah, we'll just turn off personal requests for a minute. The ratio, you assumed it's the same. It might be. We don't know that for sure. And the ratio changed anyway on Nauvis. I don't know if the day-night ratio itself changed or if it was just the total day length timer. Also, Josh, I don't know, regarding the personal laser defense question, I haven't really used personal laser defense as much. I mostly used the tank for clearing, and by the time I had lasers, I didn't need to do that much clearing. I did have some in my personal armor, and the tank mostly just had shields to protect it, but I didn't ever actually end up using a ton of PLD. Definitely need some more coal mining going on. Now, what happened here? Oh, it was one of the fire tree things, I bet. Alright, are we making it through the night now with power? I guess we'll find out. Because what was the day-night cycle again? It's like really short, right? Yeah, 1 minute 30 seconds. It's so bonkers. Gosh, that's... Solar's already turned back on. Solar's only off for like 12 seconds. That is crazy. That is so crazy. Despite all that, though, these foundries are pretty hungry, so we are gonna need still some more solar and such. Let me find another good spot for this. Once we have cliff explosives, we'll work on clearing all this out. Technically, this does not mess with the worm's territory, so I'll just build it here. And there. Yeah, we gotta get these names and games going. Gosh, we're already an hour into the episode. This is nuts. I feel like, there's just so much to do. I love Space Age. There's so much to do. Alright, so we're gonna call this the end of the YouTube episode. If you're here live, don't go anywhere. We're gonna keep streaming. Don't worry. But yeah, for those of you future YouTubians, just a quick reminder to join the Cridania Discord if you're interested. We have a lot of fun over there. We chat about Factorio and many other games, so if you're looking for people to chat with or just a place to hang out, come join us. It's a great community. If you'd like to support me making these videos, please head over to patreon.com/Cridax. You can get things like ships named after you, or name in-game stuff. Once we do train stop stuff on Nauvis, which will be soon, TM, we're going to be naming a lot of the train stops after Patreon supporters. So there's just some fun perks like that if you'd like to support me. And then apart from that, what's the other thing I plug? Oh yeah, the podcast, The Factory Must Grow. If you're interested in a factory-related podcast, you can search for The Factory Must Grow on your favorite podcast provider. And that's a podcast I've been doing for a while now. You get lots of guests on there, like Troopin and Michael Hendricks, and we had Dosh Doshington and Bold Viking and all sorts of, we even had Rygard, so like mod devs, other content creators. We're slowly collecting all of them, so if you have any ideas for guests that I can invite, let me know there, or let me know on the Discord about that. So other than that, you guys all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Yeah, exactly. You can go talk to Alor on the Discord. Yeah, do you have some sort of hack for coins? It's great. Oh, this is not very visible. That's interesting. I guess we need to switch to using maybe regular concrete. Is that more visible? That's also kind of invisible. What about stone brick? Stone brick is the most visible. Okay. But I'm not providing the stone brick. You saved up a lot. Yeah, I bet you have. Okay, so we need quite a few names. We gotta get Dualak, Alor, and Mono Pom Pom. First, let's make this Beakst. What is this music? Feels like I'm in a church. Mono. We got S-Do. We can do the full thing for now. I think. Get rid of that rock. Okay. Updated to stone. I know, it seems backwards, but I want to go back to wherever the alert was on Nauvis. But it's far more visible on the map, so that's why. Also, it's funny, these letters feel bigger, but they're not. It's just because the E is chunkier than, like, the O's. Oh, no, I did screw it up. Okay. I was like, something still feels off here. This is one tile too far down. And then Alor, we just already have that blueprint ready to go. And I think it is even out of stone brick, so... Perfect. Gaming Strudel, thank you so much for the Prime sub. How's the artwork looking on Nauvis? The artwork on Nauvis finished a while ago, actually. It eventually got done. Looking good. It's one of the bad guys from Paper Mario, for those who don't know. Paper Mario is such a great game. Such a great game. Is this working properly, by the way? No, it's not. I knew I forgot something. That's embarrassing. We hooked up everything but the water. I think I might have done this in between episodes, I can't remember, but we got the other 2 quadrants of nuclear set up, and then I forgot to hook everything up, so there you have it. But once that's done, we should be good. There we go. Now we certainly have all the power that we'll need for a long time. The best part is we can even just start rolling for uncommon nuclear reactors to get, you know, a pretty easy 30% more power. Yeah, nuclear reactors are expensive, but with quality 3 modules, you know, we'll have a solid... What would the chance be? Greater than 10% chance to get them, so. Okay, and then we need repair packs. And then solar panels are being made. Oh, I just remembered. Hold on. In fact, all of these can be made in the EMP. I think I need more blueprint books. I think we need more blueprint books. Alright. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Seems perfect. Yeah, we can do solar panels here. We can do those guys. We can do substations. Something like that. And then where did I have solar panels? We can do away with that. And... good from there. We're out of iron plates still. Oh, but epic quality means we have to go to Gleba. So, That's not gonna happen quite yet. And tungsten carbide. We just need more drills. Okay. Aha, but we have more drills. No, I didn't bring any quality modules. That was a mistake. I swear I just changed one of those. Not both. Wow, I don't know what just happened to my brain. Did I like shift right click one of them and copy it automatically without even realizing I did that? I think that's what just happened. Yeah, I can cast pipes, I know. At the time I set it up, I didn't have as many casters, or whatever they're called, boundaries. Oh man, there's lava right there? That's annoying. It's also nice to be able to use substations on a mining patch and not have it get in the way. Yeah, Joshua, the train interrupts are something I haven't really been able to make full use of yet, because we haven't set up a crazy train network anywhere. We do have refueling interrupt set up on Fulgora, but that's about it. Oh, this is where my stone is. Or where my stone should be going, into a provider chest. Not up here. That needs to copy. That needs to be less batteries. Okay. Can you landfill lava? Only once you have foundations, which are very late game, where you can landfill all the things. Yeah. Only after you've been to Aquilo. Now you can research deep oil ocean rail supports after Fulgora plus Vulcanus, which feels kind of random. You would think this would also be required to build over lava, elevated rails over lava, but you can already do elevated rails over lava just by default. So that's kind of it's a very specific technology, that one. Wait. Oh. No, I'm wrong. I thought you could build rail supports over lava. Maybe not. Interesting. Well, regardless, power is seeming okay. The only question is, this amount of accumulators isn't enough to actually handle the amount of production that we need. I think that's the issue. Yeah, see? So even if the amount of accumulators is enough that it doesn't run out of charge, it's not enough to provide the actual wattage. That's so interesting. Ooh, that was close. Did you see how close that was? Oh my gosh. That was crazy. Because yeah, 128 can only make 30 megawatts of power. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. I mean, a little bit more than 30, but... yeah, so we need more cumes. Cumes. But that's all getting done, so I don't need to worry about that. Getting done with extra productivity, even. Cool. Alright, there we go. Now we're starting to get the green circuits that we need. And you know what I should do? Rather than put limits on these, I should set the inserters to be limited. Because then both are going to run as soon as I start taking circuits from one of the two. So we'll just go for 3,000 in the network. Okay. Now, are there researches I should be working on right now? Could be worth doing beam damage just because that'll help out on Gleba. But it's not the biggest of deals. Scrap recycling productivity. Oops. More blue circuits could be good. Robot speed, eventually I'll do that, but that's not the highest priority right now. More steel. Mining productivity. Mining productivity also increases your mining speed. I think I'm actually going to do that next. And then I'm going to do some of these cheap things. And then I also am going to ask myself, how many packs? We have 1,500. Is that enough to research lightning collector? It is. Or Tesla weapons, but not both. It is not enough to do the next blue chip research. So why don't we research the lightning collector? Why not? No idea, Alor. No idea. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break, and we will be back, and we'll work on getting our Vulcanusite? Vulcanian? Science. The word is science. Alright. BRB, go stretch, get some liquids, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, let's do this. Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to our Factorio Space Age gameplay. Pretty excited because we're going to be working on the orange science packs today, our Vulcanus science, because we've kind of got all the basics automated now. Now things are running. We got more drills set up down here, mining the tungsten. Still working on making enough solar panels and accumulators to keep everything running, but that's catching up slowly. I did remember we can make those and substations in electromagnetic plants, so that makes things a bit cheaper. And we're building up on circuits here, up to 3,000. Red circuits are still not getting done, I guess, but yeah, we're getting things done. So that's all good, fine and dandy. How do we get... I also started some researches just to keep kind of working through things on Nauvis. I'm guessing... Let's see. I'm guessing we have a lot of science built up on Fulgora. What's happening here on Fulgora? Oh my god, steel plates. Ooh. That's bad. 24,000 steel, huh? So this is my emergency get rid of stuff loop. I guess steel needs to be included. So if steel is greater than 20,000, we need to trash that. Also, you can just pipette that and bring it over here, which is nice. Okay, so we'll get rid of some steel here. Probably need more. What are these called? Recyclers. But the thing I was coming over here to look at, oh my gosh, we actually have enough holmium for once. That's weird to see. But yeah, we have a lot of science, so that's good. Why are they stopped? I'm out of accumulators? Why am I out of accumulators? Oh, are we at... Yep, we are. Uncommons only. Now there's an interesting problem. So I actually need just regular accumulator making. That's so interesting. Is 0.3 a second fast enough? Or 0.49? Is that fast enough to keep these running? No, I need 2 of those running. Okay. Well, I'm glad we spotted that, otherwise science really would have been stopped. But yeah, so the Hendrickson is all fine and dandy. Do we need more space? We might need more space. Let's expand a little bit here. And do feel like we can make this better. But we're out of cargo bays too. Cargo bays. We'll request some of those. And then we will work on... Oh, we just got all the uncommon solar panels. Nice, okay. Well, that should be enough storage for all the stuff we have. So we will now go to Fulgora to go get more pink science. And then I want to go to Nauvis and set up... I want to build a new space platform. Which... I need a special requester chest. And a special... inserter. We will request the starter pack. Okay. And we said this is the SS Derpamu. Oh, automatic request. I don't need that. You can create one and it will automatically send one up. Oh, that's nice. Okay. You don't have to manually feed it the starter pack. Cool. Cool. All right. So the SS Derpamu is now in space. Let's take our Hendrickson design. We'll save that. Create a blueprint. Paste it. And that's going to take like 1,000,000 years to finish. And what we are going to want to do is we're going to want to redesign a couple pieces. So I'm going to take out this section of panels. And we're going to redesign the engines to be a little more streamlined, I think. And maybe down a little bit. Probably put more panels in this area. And then we're going to want to redesign this area to be a little bit more friendly to recycling of stuff. So maybe I move all of this over by like 2 tiles, maybe 3 tiles wider. And then we can have a couple more turrets here. I just want to give Nauvis something to work on for a while. So yeah, we'll just make the whole thing a little bigger here, and that should give me some more space to work with to redesign this kind of asteroid scrap reprocessing, because it's got auto request for production or construction set, so it should be requesting all these things over time. It might take a while to finish, but that'll keep Nauvis busy, so that's good. Cool. Alright, so I'm going to ignore that now for a while, and let's focus on orange science, which we need to make tungsten plates first. So tungsten plate is a mixture of tungsten ore and iron. It's actually kind of expensive. It's 4 tungsten ore and basically 1 iron plate's worth. So we're going to need more molten iron. We can do this. I'm gonna need a second molten iron maker. This is such a mess. Oh my god. But it's going to work. So there's the calcite. There's the lava. me getting rid of the stone. And there's more of a molten iron supply. Checkmate. There's 93.7 more iron. Oh wow, these are really slow by default. These only need 4 molten iron a second. Okay. So even with some speed here, they only need 10 molten iron a piece and 4 ore a second. But there's our tungsten. Maybe we'll use long inserters. That. Okay. Easy peasy. So that gets us our metallurgic science pack. And those are made also in a foundry. A mixture of tungsten carbide, molten copper, and tungsten plate. And if I want 2 per second, then I literally only need 1 of these, maybe 2, with prod modules, with like a single speed beacon. Maybe I'll need 2 speed beacons. How many bacons are we talking here? There's the copper. Okay, so does that do it? I have to power it up for it to tell me. Almost. No, that completely does it. Oh wow. It's more than enough. Okay. The point where I can switch for some efficiency here. Nice. Save some power while we're at it. Okay, there we go. So that's more than good enough. We will need 250 copper per second. That's a lot. Molten copper per second. This guy is only making 93.7. 93.7. The lava. It's like a radio station. Frickin' cliffs. The reason I want to get this done so soon is to get cliff explosives. And then we can redesign some things to be a little less obnoxious. Okay. Get that done. Sure. Okay, the lava's not hooked up. What happened to my lava? I don't actually know. Oh, this is just too far? Oh, I see. You just ran yourself over with a train? Congratulations! You've gotten the achievement. It's like normally being hit by a train, only more humiliating because you ordered it. Yes, there is some humiliation factor to that. Okay, so we've got all the molten copper, and now we need to bring the molten copper over. Like so. There we go. And then we're gonna need some serious tungsten carbide action, or tungsten plate. What do these go in? Ah, the new turbo belts. Now there's something I don't know if I like, actually. The turbo belts themselves can only be made here on Vulcanus. I don't mind the tungsten plate. Oh, that's even weirder. The tungsten steel, wait, tungsten steel. What is it, tungsten steel or tungsten plate? The tungsten plate can be made anywhere, but the turbo belt itself can only be made on Vulcanus. And artillery can only be made... No, sorry. You just need tungsten plate for artillery. It would be nice if there was a way to easily see. There it is. You can. Okay. I was like, what are the exclusive things that we can only make here? So it's big drills, foundries, that steam recipe, but that's not really a big deal because I'm not planning on doing that anywhere else. That's not a thing you make, but just a special recipe. So basically it is just the foundries and drills and then turbos. So we're gonna have to make a lot of turbo belts here to ship all over the planet, all over the universe, galaxy, all over the galaxy. That's the word we want. All right, so I need 2.5 roughly. So this actually is enough if I just had enough, whatchamacallit? It's probably not enough to make all my turbo belts too, but it's at least something. And then we'll have that meet with the tungsten carbide belt. In tungsten carbide, we need 3 to 2. So if I need 2.5, we need about 3.75 of the carbide, which we have enough of as well. That would need 3.75 carbon, which I actually have. So I think we're okay on everything once we have enough tungsten ore. Right now it's just the tungsten ore itself, that's the problem. But we'll get some higher quality on the drills that are collecting the tungsten ore, and that problem will disappear. Plus speed beacons. Ramming nests with the tank is real effective with shields. That might be true in the early game, but the nests having the increased health starts to have a pretty big impact quite quickly. So I don't actually think that strategy is going to last you very long. Yay! Orange science! Look at it, it's so cool. Yeah, we'll just put that in some provider chests, and we're doing it. Metallurgic science pack. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And our first order of business is more tungsten. Another annoying... I have a lot of complaints about the electric network info panels. I actually think there's a lot of different elements of information that at various times you as the player would like to have that this cannot provide you. One of them is the question, have I completely met my power network's demands constantly over the last 10 minutes? There's no way to see the history of satisfaction. Has it been fully green constantly for the last 10 minutes? There's really no way for me to know that looking at this information. Which feels really weird that you can't discover that. I don't know, that feels off to me. But you actually have to sit here and watch. I have to watch. Nope, see, there we didn't have enough for a moment. Okay. It's pretty close though. So I can probably build just another couple sets of these panels. Because the issue is that the accumulators themselves don't have enough discharge rate. So I actually just need another chunk of accumulators. Vulcanus certainly seems faster than Fulgora. I think so. Please remember, everyone watching, I got sucked into the quality rabbit hole pretty hard on Fulgora. If we had skipped over that, we would have gotten a lot done a lot faster. A lot more done a lot faster. So I certainly was not taking any sort of optimal route on Fulgora, nor was I trying to get it done as quickly as possible. No, I literally can't. That'll just mine it straight into the lava. Oh, right, but that is lava, so I can't even underground right there. Wait, what? There's lava right there, too? Wait, where's the lava? Oh, there's a piece of lava right behind... Okay, that's annoying. How about over here? There we go. Okay. There's that. A little bit more. 4. And then... I should leave a space of 3 for beacons at some point. Here, let's get 1 beacon in here. I know we have at least a few more speed modules. That should help a bit. Gosh, 117%. That's so crazy. 1 beacon here is doubling 6 drills because of this new, like, beacon effectivity scaling. Like, the first beacon is so strong now. I love it. I love it. Alright, why don't I get bot coverage down here, because that seems nice. So then the bots can go build the drill. You're not using up shells if you can avoid it. Yeah, Joshua, I ended up needing a lot of tank shells to clear out the biters we had going on. Should be requesting drills. Okay, now what is the problem with green circuits exactly? Is it still it's copper? Copper cable? Do we not have enough bots? We have enough bots. It seems we're not making enough copper cable. And that is just a rate thing. 12 a second is not enough. I guess those each need 9 a second, so that does add up. Let's speed things up here. That's 27.8 a second. Is that enough for you? Jeez, this is so absurd. That's so much. And then we have all this stone that's just like going straight into the dump. It's so weird. So weird. I love it. I love it. Alright, how many packs are we actually getting? Are we getting enough yet? I don't know if we have enough carbide. I guess the carbide's building up. We'll let it build up to there. Once that's done, I think we'll actually have enough carbide. Might as well get a little bit of productivity here. And then here, 4 carbon a second should be fast enough. It would be kind of nice to fit like 1 beacon in here. But yeah, we certainly need more module production. Does that mean more red circuits? What are we out of? It looks like we're out of speed 1s, but that's because we're out of red circuits. So yeah, red circuits are currently the hang up. So let's get a little bit more red circuit automation going here. Probably should have a beacon on those at some point. Help out. Problem is I don't have any speed modules. Ugh. Yeah, let's have these controlled the same way. With red circuit less than 1,000. And we'll remove the chest limits. Yeah, Joshua, quality in equipment is such a huge difference. It really, you know, most games, when you upgrade stuff, it's not giving you a 30% boost for one level up. Like, it's actually pretty crazy how much of a boost you get. Also, I really need to redo this blueprint because it only requests 4 items instead of 5. And so, for things like oil refineries, I'm in trouble. I wonder what in... Is there anything that needs more than 6? Or would 6 be enough to parameterize 6 things? I'm curious if anything needs more than... That needs 5. Anything need more than 5 solids? Anything needs 6? I don't know. Okay, so that should be enough red circuits. What was... Is there anything else that's even spending red circuits? Oh, the robo ports are spending a lot of red circuits, so that's part of it. And then obviously these modules. But nothing else is spending red circuits, I don't think. Oh, the big drills also. Alright, so we've got a good amount of foundries now. We're gonna want uncommon foundries, but we're gonna need to do quality modules and quality loops for all that nonsense. So that's a whole mess. The Hendrickson is full of science now. Perfect. So, and we're gonna want to bring... Let's bring some more of these things. And I actually want to increase the limit on these things. I know that's a lot of holmium, but it's something we need on this export that we need from this planet, so it makes sense. It seems that uncommon copper cable is becoming an issue. Now here's a question. Do I even need... At least for now, should I de-quality my scrap? Because are we making anything of consistent quality here? I don't think we are. So at least for now, until we revisit, I actually think I want to remove all the modules from these. Because that's actually just making things harder on myself. Why didn't that work? Copy, paste. Oh, are you kidding me? It doesn't paste that it has no modules? How are you supposed to remove... Are you telling me I have to make an upgrade planner specifically for this? Does this even work with an upgrade planner? I don't... Is that gonna do it? Yes. Okay. Yeah, but then what am I going to do with all those uncommon green circuits? So the problem, the reason I said this is like right now, there's nothing that's requiring me to make these higher quality ingredients right now. So having quality on all my scrap recycling is just making things worse. There's really no point to it. When I go back and maybe I make an export of something else of higher quality, then it'll be problematic, but we can just reinstate the quality at that point in the scrap recyclers. Yeah, and like rolling equipment over and over sounds great, but then you have to remember that you would have to have all of the ingredients being made in the same ratio, which scrap recycling doesn't do. Scrap recycling is good for getting a lot of random stuff, but it's not good for, like, if I wanted to roll exoskeletons over and over, you're not inherently going to get the right amounts of things for exoskeletons. You might get not enough steel. Well, you'll probably get too much steel, not enough processing units, and you don't even get electric engine units, right? And so then you have to separately make electric engine units at the same quality. You just start to get into all kinds of crazy ratios, and nothing really works out. Quality is awesome, but it's also a mess. And so you really have to look out for... Oh, we're not making that plastic. We're not? We're really not getting enough petroleum. Okay. So we need a lot more coal liquefaction. Let's see. Let's move all this. Set up 3 buildings. Calcite. I always think this looks like ore. I think they made the... It looks cool, don't get me wrong, but I think it looks too much like ore to the point where it's actually confusing. Like, oh look, ore! We should be mining... Oh wait, no, not ore. There is no sulfur ore. It's not a thing. Alright, and then we need the sulfuric acid on the... inputs here. Ah! How did I get to a map hitting Control C? What did I press? I'm actually not sure. Okay, hopefully that can get things going a little faster. And then a beacon in the perfect spot. Has weirdly more of an effect than those 2 modules would in the buildings. Yeah, Roboport's not having a supply area, I think, is a very intentional design decision that they made just to prevent quality from mattering too much. That's my theory. Yeah. I figured there'd be some pollution because we're sending a lot of rockets now to make the I just want to see my constant draw of laser turrets. It's about 14 megawatts. The Derpamu is slowly coming together, but that requires a lot of rockets. Available on planet 7. Okay, so we're actually completely out of space platform here. And that's because we're out of steel. And that's because we're not getting a full iron belt. And that's because I prioritized this differently multiple times. I'm gonna go priority left on that to make sure we actually get enough steel for once. But I have enough iron for more than one belt? Oh, wait. What's going on here? Why? Oh. Ah, we see the problem. Okay, because that steel smelting was plenty of steel, but it dead because of that not being connected anymore when I redid this to be power-based, accumulator power-based. I see. Okay, and then, but then on top of that, we really should be factoring this in too. So that can output priority left. Okay. Do you know if there's a way to transmit signals from a planet to a platform in another planet's orbit? I'm pretty sure there's not. I don't even know if there's a way to transmit a signal from a planet to a platform above that planet. So, I doubly don't think that that's possible. Then again, there's a lot that I don't know, and I'd be willing to believe there's something I'm missing. But yeah, let's go get some big drills up here mining the coal. That'll make things a little easier. Get rid of all this. And then we're gonna need like, what, 2 mining drills? This is so crazy. Look at that. That's just from 6 drills. With no quality, no nothing. The main reason I'm doing it, because regular drills were fine actually, it's just because I want to deplete the patch slower. So. I don't think radars on a platform would work. I'm not actually sure about that though. Okay, what's going on? Oh, we're just still not making enough. Not making enough of these. Not making enough red circuits. I do have enough green circuits. And I do have enough plastic. Do I actually have enough of everything? Yeah, so we just need more red circuit, maybe. We just need more of these. We need a speedy beacon here. Well, that one module is doing a lot of work, but I need more modules. The big drills actually drain a patch faster. Yes, but it's not like you magically consume more resources just because you're mining more. So yeah, when you're consuming at a fixed rate, it doesn't. It will last twice as long. So yeah, petroleum is still the issue because of my not enough heavy oil production. And these are places where prod modules will make a lot of sense. Cool, but we're getting science still? No. No. I broke. Ah, shoot! I thought we reconnected things properly. I broke the sulfuric connection right here somehow. There we go. Okay. So that should be way more than I need of that stuff. More than I need of carbon. Can I be doing other things with carbon? Not really. I could send it up to the space platform. You can make more coal with carbon, but that certainly doesn't seem that useful when I can make carbon with coal. That's kind of backwards. Okay. Yeah, and all those speed modules are going to making assembling machines for now. I'm still a little confused how we're using up this many red circuits, but I guess I'm just not making that many red circuits. Let's copy this. Alright, let's get an actual proper bot mall setup going that uses... Maybe it won't even be a bot mall. Maybe we'll use belts at some point to save ourselves some bots. But for now, we'll keep it a bot mall. That's lined up next to a bunch of beacons. Okay. I'm hoping that's enough production for the red circuits. 0.66 greens, 0.66 plastic, and 1.33 cable. Everything does use a lot of red chips. Dave, can you see the power graph of your space platform? Yes, you have to click on the hub, and then there's a little show electric network button. It's not easy to find. I only knew about it because someone pointed it out when I was playing. How's the Derpamoo coming along? It's kind of not. Yeah, the space platform foundations are certainly causing problems. Okay, at least now we're seeing more of them. Yeah, building a new space platform costs a lot of steel. So getting foundries back to Nauvis will be a welcome addition. Would it be worth it to use nuclear power? Maybe. I'm not actually sure. The problem is the ice and the water. I know they've buffed water, but you still need a decent amount of water to run nuclear. But I could see setting it up being worth it if you can get enough ice. I just don't know about the ice numbers. Okay, so we need to set up blue belt production here on the planet as well. Probably want to set that up near the lubricant for now. So let's see, let's kind of think about this. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, and then we'll direct feed red, 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 and then we'll do blue. Excuse me. And then I can remove these guys. I think this will work. Sometimes I skip a step or two. Seems to be producing things effectively. Okay, there goes my iron for a while. Can you send barreled liquids into space? Yes, you can, but a rocket of water barrels is not very much. A rocket can only hold 100 barrels of water, which is 5,000 water, which is 50,000 steam of high temp, which is only about 5 gigajoules. So 5 gigajoules in one rocket. Yeah, that's not very much. Considering solar power works constantly, it's hard to not do solar. Now, obviously, you need another solution when you're going towards Aquilo. So that's when you might need nuclear or probably burning the carbon, but maybe nuclear is worth it just because you get more from the steam. So I don't know. These are things we will solve in future episodes. Alor, I'm almost certain it will only give you a chance to upgrade the 1 bonus. Just like productivity only applies to the 1 bonus, but I couldn't tell you for certain. Well, you unlock fusion power on Aquilo, but to get to Aquilo, you need power for your space platform. And solar power in... Oh, never mind. Okay. Solar power in space is still 60% all the way to Aquilo, so you're not going to have to do anything crazy to keep powering your space platform. But solar power on the planet itself is only 1%, which is garbage. And Gleba is half solar power, a little bit less power in space. You can only make steam from sulfuric acid on Vulcanus. That's a thing you can only do on this planet. Presumably because of the extremely high pressure. Now, what are we doing here? So I already have 2,000 metallurgic packs. Nice. It seems like I'm not getting enough per minute. Why am I getting less than my 2 per second that I have tried to automate? I'm out of copper? Why am I out of molten copper? I can't get rid of the stone fast enough. Aha. We need turbo belts, turbo stacking. It's because I only have 1 bulk inserter trashing all this. This should help problems. There we go. That should do it. Now that's still only 45 stone a second. Is that enough? Might need to think about the side of the belt we're on. I think we might be okay. This one's gonna need another though. Of course there's a cliff right there. Of course there's a cliff right there. Alright, why don't we just go like this? Okay, that should keep things rolling then. Science pack. There's 2 a second, okay. Can you grab ice from orbit? Yes. Yeah, so you can get free water delivery, assuming that the place you're above has... Well, you can recycle any asteroid into any other asteroid after Vulcanus. So, yeah, that should work, assuming you're getting asteroids. I assume you get asteroids above each type of planet. But it's always possible you don't. Let's... No, you do. You're getting... Actually, you get a lot of big oxide asteroids as you're going to Aquilo. So you actually can get a lot of water from that. We'll deal with that bridge when we come to it. I think I just saw that the big asteroids have an absurd physical resistance. So that means we're gonna need rockets. Rocket turrets are a necessity, it seems. Okay, what are we waiting for here? More modules? I'm out of gears. Probably because of blue belts, if I had to guess. Yeah, 6 gears a second is a lot, but it's still not enough. Logistics. Let's request speed 1s, because I think that'll help us get off the ground. I also need to make beacons. Let's get beacons going. There. What else can we make in these? Also copper cable. Interesting. There's 2 different ways to make copper cable. You can do the EMP route, or you can do... So wait, would it be better to make copper plates and then make the cable in the EMP? No, that's still worse than just using the foundry, I think. But that is interesting. Legendary nuclear factory in space. Well, the only thing the nuclear plant does better is it just generates more power from the same... Or... Like, it uses the fuel faster, too. It just produces more in the same footprint. So, it's not like it becomes more efficient or anything. It's just more space efficient than anything else. Now, plastic is the problem again. So, let's start with boosting prod of plastic. speed it up a little bit. So there's an extra 12%. And then we can boost the prod of these 2 steps. But I have to move this forward by 1 tile. And then power that up. And then a beacon here should have a big impact. Here, we'll get 21% prod there. I'm using up. I want to save those for the rocket silo when we make that. At least for now. Wait, what is happening? Why are they not... Are you guys seeing this? What's going on here? They're like delivering it and then they're undelivering it. Do I have an auto trash set somewhere? What's going on? Am I encountering a bug? What just happened? They were bringing me speed modules, but then they were failing to deliver it. That was weird. Did I break plastic now? What did I do? Oh, right, I, like, forgot to rehook up the oil and everything. I got distracted by whatever that was. Alright. Flush that. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what happened with those speed modules. Dave, you have requester chests! Woohoo! Nice. Legendary water barrels? Yeah, that doesn't do anything. As far as I know, barreling... Actually, wait. I don't know about barreling and quality. I don't know if you can select the rarity or quality. So you can certainly make rare barrels. It seems that you can make rare barrels of a fluid, but then when you unbarrel it, it will just go back to making the rare barrel, because there are no rare fluids. So that's just a way to preserve the rarity of your barrel. Interesting. Okay, there we go. So now we can go a little faster on all these. And then I'll need prod ones, I guess. That's making about 60 petroleum a second. These can use a lot more than that. Okay. So we're making about 6 plastic a second. Methinks. Yeah, a little bit more even. It's more like 7 a second. And we were making a little over 2. So we've drastically improved plastic production, but it still needs more help. The way that we can help it would be probably... Well, not running out of power will help. Not running out of power. Let's get some more of these steam engines. I still can't believe how cheap this is. steam engines. Oh, I don't want to handcraft that many gears. No, thank you. Oh, we're an hour into this episode already? I can't believe it. I just feel like there's so much to get done. We still have to do so much. But we've got the science automated, so I can come grab a bunch now. Yeah, and we should. So the Hendrickson, unfortunately, has too much pink science now. How did we end up with this many cargo bays? When I only had 10 requested. A bit odd, don't you think? Don't you think? Don't you think? I'm just gonna send those down to Fulgora. And then... I mean, this thing's ready to go to Gleba at this point, but we're not gonna go to Gleba. We're gonna go home. Nauvis. And then that should unload all the electromagnetic science. And then we'll go to Vulcanus. Derpamu's not ready for prime time yet, though it's getting there. Piece by piece. Mainly requiring an absurd amount of space platform foundation. You know what? I could automate that here with foundries. In fact, is there a recipe for it? I could see space platform foundation having a special recipe. No, just the one recipe. But steel and copper are pretty free here, so it almost would be better to make an absurd amount of space platform foundation on Vulcanus for making space platforms, because there's just so much of it here. Alright, and then grab a few more of these guys. Now, is this too much? Like in terms of steam. These are each 60. This makes 2,000. And 20. I can handle 30. That's only 18. So yeah, we're fine. And I only need 0.2 calcite per second for that. I do need a decent amount of sulfuric acid. I actually don't know if all of these put together. Is this enough? How many pump jacks? I have 11 pump jacks right now, and they're all producing 20 to 30. So I think we're okay. Okay. 18 of those. Okay. Should be able to handle enough. Okay, so here's nighttime. Okay. We barely even dipped into our accumulators now. Alright, we're good. Good on power. And it seems like plastic and gears are the issue right now. Blue belts are certainly to blame for the gear problem. And I have almost 4,000 metallurgic packs. Sweet! Okay, well, I do think we'll probably call it a recording here. Take a nice little screenshot. Surrounded by orange science. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Alright, well, for those of you on YouTube, as always, thank you guys for watching. And I don't mean YouTube Live, I mean future YouTube. because I'm going to keep streaming. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next episode. Alright, so now what? We've got our orange. Oh, you know what's funny is I never took a screenshot. Well. Okay. There we go. Now I can pick it up. So I guess next is to check on the Hendrickson. Have you dumped all your pink? Yes. All the pink science is gone. So now we can come back over to Vulcanus. And the Derpamu is coming along. It's coming along. It's actually got some stuff built. Feels surprising somehow. Ooh. Produce 400,000 iron plates per hour. Which is what, about 1,000 plates a minute? Which is 15 plates a second? It's not that much. It's really not that much. Right. I need a rocket silo. I was sitting here thinking, okay, we'll just, you know, send some metallurgic packs back so we can do cliff explosives. I don't have a rocket silo. Maybe I should have sent other packs here to do a few researches here, because then we could have done cliff explosives and turbo belts with just a few thousand, really just 1,000 of each of those types of packs. Interesting. Okay. Because yeah, I desperately want cliff explosives. But we are going to need a silo, which requires a lot of concrete and a lot of steel and blue circuits, which blue circuits shouldn't be too bad, given the prevalence of sulfuric acid. What am I doing? Print. Parameter 0 is this thing. And then these are pass through. Somebody reminded me of this in the last episode, and then you can flip it. So that's a much easier way to do connections. And sulfuric we can just bring through. Looks like we're not making the different types of chest, which, as I think about it, we're definitely not. So let's make a steel chest, and then active, passive, cluster, storage. Get that done. guess that's gonna take a minute, isn't it? At least steel is free. That's nice. Alright. That's done. This needs all the speed modules. These are now pretty fast. And now we need prod modules, actually. Prod ones, at least. Get a little bit more productivity going. And that requested. Okay. Blue chips are gonna go up to 1,000. You know what I'm trying to think? What if you parameterized that part of it, but then the number itself is gonna have to be set every time, so I'd have to say make up to 1,000 of this thing, and then I paste it again, and I'd have to say 1,000 again. I wish there was a way to use almost like a game variable, if that makes sense, as a parameter. So once you set a game variable once, it would just keep using it. And then you could change, you could have a list somewhere. You know, I could have, it's just like in programming, like you've got global variables that can be used in any function, and then you've got local variables that can only be used in those functions. And it's like you could have like a planetary variable, like a Fulgora blue circuit variable, and then you could have like a global or universal, you know, blue circuit variable. So here I could have a Vulcanus blue circuit variable that I would set to be 1,000. And then that would be the variable that's used in the parameterized thing of like, use the local version of that signal's variable. I know that's even more complex than the parameterized blueprints we already have, but then it'd be really handy because you could be like, I want to keep up to 1,000 blue circuits in the network, and then you could easily change that somewhere else. But I'm just dreaming. We don't need that. We really don't. I'm gonna prod all this as I can. I'm gonna delete these. They're not beacon anything. And then I'll beacon these. $22 green circuits. That might be enough. Once the blue circuits are backed up, at least. At least for today, Code Cone, we are going with bots. In future days on Vulcanus, we'll be using belts. It's just way easier to set it up with bots for now. Once we have cliff explosives, we're going to be doing some new builds. Even then, we've got the lava to deal with, but at least looks like up here we're mostly lava free, so I might go north. So I will set up a big turbo belt build, as well as an uncommon foundry and uncommon big drill setup, because those are going to be our exports, and I'll probably use belts for those setups, because we're going to be dealing with large amounts of items. But at least for just like keeping modules going and stuff, we're just using bots. But yeah, cliff explosives is our first priority. So really, we're just getting to rockets. Oh, I need rocket fuel. Let's set that up. So rocket fuel is just light fuel plus light fuel, basically. I guess down here would be a good place for it. And we essentially go this plus this. Is there a way to do this and still put a beacon in the middle? Feeling like there might not be, but let's try it. No. Have to go oil on the outside. Now we don't need any solids, so that's nice. Apart from the direct insertion that we're doing. So we'll do that. We'll prod one it just because that's simple. Okay. I think we can pretty much just copy that across. Like so. Okay. And then we need oil over here. Over there. Oh, the output. Right. Poison designed specifically to kill Cusco. That rocket fuel? Okay. Spider chest. Cool. You're still on Nauvis? You think your main limitation was getting enough resources to make a lot of red circuits? Yeah, that seems to be when the game hits its first wall, is red circuits, because they're just so much slower. The number of assemblers you need for red circuits is kind of crazy. And then we're going to need low density structure, which... is still kind of slow, so I'm gonna make it over here. But I at least have a room for a slightly beaconed build. And then this one does allow for just the classic setup of fluids. But then the plastic, I guess, needs to be on a belt. Plastic 200, and then I don't even know. Let's get this out of the way. Move these one tile further so that we can have an output. And there we go. Speed, prod, provide. Boom. The lazy man's methods. Okay, and then this kind of works out perfectly because I can just connect copper like so, and the iron. It seems like we're actually out. Why am I? What happened to my calcite? I broke calcite and didn't fix it. No, I'm just actually using all my calcite? That feels weird. That feels wrong. Oh, we mined out most of it. We only have 2 miners running because we were on very thin parts of the patch. Aha. Well, this is where big drills really shine. Because they can just hoover up all of this random crap. That's off in the middle of nowhere. Hey, Lo-Fi, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Cridania. Alright, that should be a bit more. Yeah, we look at calcite production. I guess we were never making all that much. But even then, it's about to skyrocket. There we go. They do stack their outputs if you have stacking, which we don't yet. But we will. We will once we get to Gleba. That's far more than I need. Oh, stretching is a good idea. Okay, so that should be enough. What's the calcite usage? Okay, so actually the oil refineries were a big part of what we were using. Those are using almost 3 a second, which is less even than a molten iron maker uses, even with speed. So it was primarily being used up for making oil, which is interesting. Oil was the primary use. Okay, so that should then get us... Yeah, there's molten iron. Now, here's the question. How do we get everything connected up? Do miss advanced fluid handling, but there you go. There's low density structure. That should be plenty for the number of rockets we're going to be launching. And... Is that rockets? Come on. Pop. Pop. Nope. I feel like one of these days I'm going to go to crack my neck to get a pop and I'm just going to, like, break my own neck. It's like, whoops. Too far. Too far. That's what it feels like I'm going to do sometimes. Anyway. Alright, let's craft silos here. Am I making concrete? I don't think I'm making regular concrete. I am. That's being cast, actually. Yeah. So we've got a lot. We've got a lot of concrete. Quickly. Almost feels like you should be able to cast a rocket silo. Most of it's just iron. Or steel. Steel and concrete. And then pipes and engines, which are also mostly iron. Okay, but that should be good. Make a rocket silo. Oh, again with the parameterization problem. We need to fix that right now. Because that's going to keep biting me in the butt. So this blueprint... this is so frustrating because I'm going to have to redo all of this just to add one thing. Like... maybe? Or can I paste it and leave it blank? Yeah, and then I just need to change this to 5. And 5 of them, and 6. And 6 of them. And then... see, that's what I was worried about. It forgets the formulas. Ugh. It forgets the formulas. So we're gonna have to redo the whole dang thing. We take the blueprint, we say new contents, this contents, parameterize. Oh, thank God. Okay, so if you keep the same one and you hit select new, It does remember some of it. Oh, that's so good. Okay, okay, okay. So this is ingredient of 0.5, parameter, formula, Control A, Control C, Control V, I5, and P5. And this one is I6 and P6. Okay, that should fix it. Cool. Okay, so that's done. It looks like red circuits are gone. Why am I still out of blue belts, though? That's the real question. Have we really not satisfied even my personal request for blue belts? I would have thought we'd have enough gears by now. Probably need a second gear producer. Oh, we can speed this one up now. That'll help. Whee! Gosh, that's so many gears. 10 gears a second. That's just crazy. What's so funny is the productivity of these almost doesn't even matter. It matters on Nauvis, but on Vulcanus, it's like the molten iron is basically free. And so the fact that it's even more productive is kind of like a sad joke. It's like, I don't even care. Like, I'd rather it work faster and not give me productivity, because the molten iron's free. But on Nauvis, the molten iron is not free, so the productivity is helpful. But yeah, it's so weird. So funky. Okay, so plastic continues to be the issue just because I'm not making enough petroleum, but that's fine. A lot of that's going to rocket fuel, which will eventually back up. And so now would be the time to add prod to you guys. We get 12% more heavy oil, and then the heavy oil makes 12% more light oil. So there's 24% more everything. And we can also prod the... oh, we already did. The rocket fuel. Okay. And then what we really need is more speed beacons on these guys. Ooh, new release. Last time I saw eating scraps, and now we're in some kind of hell. Yes, we've changed planets. We've changed planets from Fulgora to Vulcanus. And we've gone pretty spaghetti here on Vulcanus. Once we have cliff explosives, the plan is to make uncommon foundries and drills, and that'll be the main export. Oh, and turbo belts. Those two are kind of getting done. And I actually want uncommon big drills as well as the main export. And then we're gonna need turbo belt production. So those are kind of the big projects that we actually want to do with Vulcanus for exports. So we'll be working on that in the next episode. I'm kind of getting everything ready for that. So what I might want to do is actually more heavy oil even. I don't know where to fit that. It's kind of annoying spacing. I guess we could put this down here, though then we need the coal down here as well. There's just cliffs everywhere. Should have built more up here. There's plenty of space up there. There is plenty of space up here. Get 4 more going. boop. And then sulfuric acid. Like so. How much coal are we talking? 2 per second. If we do beacons. Well, hold on. I'm gonna need to do something like this. I actually have room for inserters and beacons. So with speed beacons, I'm curious kind of how this shakes out. Why not exporting rares? I'm concerned about the overall expense of rare versus just uncommon. I don't think it'll be affordable. I think uncommons will be affordable to export. I don't know if rares will be. We'll see. We'll see what kind of factory I end up making. Yeah, we actually, I'd say we need the full coal belt here. But then that means we need calcite like this. Okay. Ooh, we were in the phase where adding prod 1 modules actually increased our output rate of heavy oil. That always feels good. Okay, there we go. That is hopefully enough heavy oil now. That's another 80 per second on the heavy oil. And now the issue's water. Right. Kind of forgot water was needed. I forgot water was needed. Big volcanic rock is in the way. Well, screw that thing. Get that out of here. Okay, so more water. That's just steam condensing. Like so. And then we're gonna need to make more steam. This is a spaghetti mess. Love it. This is actually a problematic spaghetti mess. There we go. Okay, so that... We actually are having rate problems. 2.2 thousand a second. Electricity problems too. Crazy. Oh, a new release, 2.09? What did they do? What did they update? I don't know what they updated. What I'm confused about is why this actually isn't working properly. We've been lied to? So... I think we have... So I was under the impression that buildings could output up to 6,000 a second, depending on the fill level of the pipe. So, as the pipe, basically there should be an equilibrium where as long as the fastest exporter that's putting steam into the pipe, exporting steam, I'll say importer maybe, the fastest importer plus the fastest exporter, as long as together they're less than 6,000 a second, it should work. But in this case it wasn't, even though the fastest we had was 2.2 thousand plus 3.2 thousand. That's only 5.4 thousand. So there should have been an equilibrium level in the pipe where both of them were running constantly still. Capable of running constantly. Oh, but that still means I still have to have enough steam, though. I only had 5,200 a second steam, and we needed 38, 54. Okay, so I actually was consuming, and then when you add these, that's another 600, 1,200. Okay, never mind. I'm dumb. I just wasn't making enough steam was the problem. Oh, and now we're out of sulfuric acid. I was worried about that. The good news is I have more that's actually available without even doing extra work. I may need a pump for it, though. There's a bunch of good ones here. Or no, never mind. This is just a normal-ish one. It's the other one that has crazy, like, 2,000% and whatnot. This one's just fairly standard. Standard fare. Sulfuric, but that should still be plenty of extra. Why don't we connect power over to our mining patch here? Ooh, it feels risky to fly over the lava. I know it's technically not. Oh, come on. Kill them faster. There we go. Sulfuric acid. Production now goes up to 45,000. And let's see. Our consumption probably, yeah, it's not going to stay at 45,000. So we're okay. We good. That pipe network's filling up. Yeah. Did we run out of power? We did. We sure did. Need some more solar panels. Need to kill another worm, maybe. I won't do that off video, though. That would be cruel. I have no idea what the blueprint of this is now. This? I think it's that. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's all lava over there. Not a good place to build until we have foundation. I want to keep this area pretty open. So I really need cliff explosives. I guess we can do some areas just... Not everything will get built due to cliffs. For now, just kind of build in the no man's land here. See what happens. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. Okay. I'll let the bots handle that. It'll take them a minute because I only have the 50 construction bots. Because I only brought 100. I haven't started making new bots here on the planet. Probably should be. Why can't thrusters be flipped? Dave, I think it's because they intentionally thought it was too easy. You could flip thrusters. I think that was an intentional thing. Wait, why? What am I using all the electric engine units for? Why are they all going? Hold on. What is spending electric engine units? Oh, the silo is just taking 5 ever. I see. Okay. I get it. I mean, we're not making them particularly fast. We should probably let it buffer, like, a lot. That we don't have that problem. And there goes power. Wait, why did these run out? I guess we need a buffer for steam. Yeah. Because each of these can hold a few seconds worth of extra steam power. We'll let those kind of fill up. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. Not having the cliff explosives means a lot of things aren't even going to be powered. So I'm going to have to manually place a bunch of doohickeys here. All right. So, how's the SS Derpamoo faring? Wait, the Hendrickson is still here. Oh, it's still here above Fulgora, or Vulcanus. So why don't I grab more uranium ammo, more EMPs and recyclers. So I don't have to worry about those for a while. And more logistics bots. I'll grab those pumps. I don't think I need anything else. We're producing everything else on site already. Perfect. So then I can send you home. Or I can just send you straight to Fulgora to go pick up more Fulgora stuff. Oh, it has to go to Nauvis first anyway. I'm also going to build in the worm area. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. You know, if you hadn't said something. I'm actually curious. I don't know how... Do they just kill what's in their area? Or do they literally go on a rampage and destroy your entire base? So we're going to find out. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. It looks like we're missing... Oh. I guess I just didn't blueprint this correctly. It doesn't connect roboports. Yeah, Richie, I did not notice that. Let's just manually accelerate this process, because I am curious what happens. Alright, so that solar panel is definitively in the territory. So that means this guy should be unhappy. He does seem pretty chill for having buildings in his territory. Maybe he'll get mad when he gets closer. Maybe he's patrolling. Yeah, I'm curious how these mechanics work. It's such a cool, like... Oh! I think he just got a little faster. Did he notice? Uh-oh. Is he... No, he's still in his territory. We can see it in the top right. Yeah, I'm curious how this works. He seems to be not caring. I wonder if you need to go further into the territory. What if I build this, like, all the way over there? Does he care about that? Oh, he saw it. He saw the stuff. Oh Lord, he coming. Alright, what does he end up doing? Oh boy. Oh yeah, he just goes for it. He just goes for it. Alright. Is he gonna keep going for it though? So now it's the question of when does he stop? Does he stop when all the stuff in his territory is dead? Or not so much? That's technically in his territory, this one right here. That should be the last thing. Also, are these new graphics for destroyed panels and stuff? That looks really cool. Okay, it does seem like he just kills stuff in his territory and then he moves on. I'm guessing if I was attacking him in some way, he would continue to be lured. But yeah, that seems like all he's gonna do for now. Okay, cool. Fun mechanic. I actually really like that. Wait, I'm still not getting enough sulfuric acid? Really? Oh, wait. Oh, I super force built over my sulfuric pipeline. That'll do it. Okay, what's actually happening here? Chaos. Okay, come on. Bring the sulfuric acid. There we go. Don't deconstruct those. Now are we all connected? I think so. Yes. There we go. Bale, I don't think the pollution has anything to do with it. Because, well, in fact, I'm confident because there is no pollution. Even polluting buildings, you'll notice when we look at the tooltip, it doesn't have pollution on the tooltip anywhere. There just is no pollution on Vulcanus. I mean, which is fair. Oh, we just got the achievement for that. That's funny. That's fair because if you think about it, the whole planet is pollution. It's literally ash and sulfur clouds cover the entire planet as is, so it wouldn't really make sense if your carbon footprint made a difference. If anything, it would be if you, like, you know, made like the Gleba bio buildings that they would get, the demolishers would get grumpy. Like, hey, what have you done to my sulfur clouds with your clean water or growing trees? Oh, he just found the other buildings that I built. Okay. That scared me for a second. I was like, wait, I thought we were done. I thought we were done with Mr. Bones' wild ride here. Okay, good. There's more tungsten in the northwest too. And there's some more there. All right, so we've got tungsten. It's just kind of distant from our base. We'll have to ship it in on little 1-1 trains probably or something. So I don't think I want to belt out that far. I could see belting to this one just because it's a nice straight line, but otherwise not so much. Okay, now why am I making so many blue chips? Because we're just not done? Because the rocket silos spent a lot. Yeah, that was a pretty big buffer. Because we basically got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's like 5 rocket silos right there. All said and done. Probably need to set some sort of restriction on the inserter here. Or on the crafting itself. Yeah, maybe it shouldn't craft any. You only enable if rocket silo is 0. And that way we slow things down a bit. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I don't think I have time for another YouTube episode is why I'm kind of figuring something out here. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. Let's chill on that. 4 entities are missing construction bots. That's a weird message. Did all the bots die? No, I have 45. So what's... Oh, those aren't connected. Okay, we need to build another roboport there. And we probably should automate bots on this planet. So let's get flying robot frames. And then we get Logibots, and we grab Onbots. That should work. Yeah. You've been making cursed malls with circuits. Yeah, I'm excited to try some crazy circuit crap. For sure. Oh, I'm actually out of green circuits? Okay, we're literally not delivering fast enough here, so we need 200, 400. This is where bots are maybe not the best choice. Oh, I am out of logistics bots altogether in the network. Okay. Good news is the Hendrickson... Oh. Should have sent down more legit... I did send down more. I did see a putty cat. We do have more bots here. I just need to put them in the network. There we go. There we go, there we go. Then I need to look at where they're getting bogged down charging, which seems to be where I'm making all the metals. And add a little bit more charging along that path. Oh, it's almost like all of the cable we're making is being needed. Yeah, we really are gonna need to belt this stuff rather than bot it. They're extra cursed because you forgot you didn't have Bob's inserters. Oh my gosh, I miss Bob's inserters so much. I miss the features that some would argue are only half of the mod anyway, but what I miss one of the most is being able to place on either side of the belt. That's a huge loss. And I miss, obviously just regular 90-degree inserters. If just those two things alone, I think are most of what I need Bob's inserters for. The weird crazy angles, like I don't need diagonal inserters. They're super nice sometimes. They make you able to kind of build things however you want, but really just the 90-degree inserters, and I've said this before, I'd even be fine if they were slower. Like if a 90-degree inserter somehow changed itself into like half as fast, so the total item throughput was still the same or relatively the same, I'd be fine with that too. I don't even need the speed boost of the 90 degrees. I just want the flexibility of making it that way. You were hoping to fit making an engine all in one assembler. Yeah, that's the thing, is I feel like now there's going to be a lot more people who are gonna download stuff from the internet that they don't understand. I mean, that was already a problem for some players, but now if you're like wanting to design something like that, there's gonna be tons of people online who are gonna make YouTube videos. Maybe I'll even make one eventually if I can figure out how to do it, where I'm like, I make it, I show you how to make it, I explain it, and then I give you the blueprint, and people are gonna be like, well, I'll just download that blueprint and use it, and they're gonna have no idea how it works. And that's okay in games, but I don't love games where a lot of players are downloading things that work, but they don't understand how they work. So I'm a little... Like, overall, I'm really glad they added more circuit functionality, but in some ways, the power of the new circuit functionality, it can have some downsides. It's almost too powerful. And a lot of players are not going to be able to make use of most of its power, and that can actually be a little bit of a downside, I think. But overall, I think it's good. Alright, what are we doing? Do we need to do anything else here? I could make more greens. It actually looks like I'm running out of copper wire. But yeah, so you can just add a couple more speed beacons here. So we're going from 20.5 wire a second to 29.7. I don't even know if the inserter can handle that fast. It actually can. What can't handle it is the outserters of stone. It's crazy. We have so much stone coming out of these. I'm gonna need 2 belts for it. I guess we have lava right here. What am I doing with my life? I literally can just dump it right here. Alright, here's some lava dumping. And then something like that so we can make use of both sides of the belt a little bit better. Excuse me. Sorry, I should have muted the mic for that one. Yeah, this one's still too slow. Get more stone out. Still bringing in the calcite to those two. Not easily. I kind of would have to rebuild it, so I'm just going to ignore it. I'll just use a different one. We still don't have enough power. These freaking foundries, man. I say power is easy on this planet, but it's not quite as easy as I thought. It still takes a little bit of work. Because there's an absurd amount of cost if you're not putting efficiency modules and things, you know. 13 megawatts, 11 megawatts. You do use a lot of power. Where's all of my copper going? Going to LDS? It is, yeah. Once LDS backs up, we'll have a lot more copper left for other things. Okay. Yeah, I was like, this thing only uses 44 per second. So one thing we could do is we could set up a pump, though of course I don't have any. Let me make a few. Well, I can't because engines are only here. Pumps, engines. Let's just say goodbye to that problem. Alright, so now we are lacking gears and wires still. Gears, really? Still lacking gears. Figured we'd be done by now. Just about. Just 30 more blue belts. Okay, so I will go ahead and place the first silo. No, I'll place the first two silos. Because you always want 2 or 4. We'll maybe do 4. Yeah. 1. And then we'll do full beaconage. This. Except, why don't we leave the extra gap there? And then we can fit in power. And then here we can fit in requester chests. Alright, so we'll get plenty of speed going. Okay, and we're not going to start the process yet, but that should be a good amount of rocket launching, I'd say. when the time comes. And my poor electric engine unit maker is now going to take 5 years again. But yeah, I think we'll call the stream here. What's today? Tuesday? I will be streaming more tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow we will get exports to Nauvis finished. And the Derpamoo should be up and running. So we'll get to redesign some space platform stuff to be a little better. Now, are we not... Yeah, we're going to need to work on making some more uncommon stuff. We do have 30 available on planet. But that's not enough. Okay, I see. So we'll work more on some of the high quality space station stuff. But yeah, as always, thank you guys for hanging out. We will... Ooh. Yeah, there's so many new in screens. I don't even think I've seen this one.